That's
She,
what she
in
brought
her
to Daisy.
eyes, something's off.
She looked like a soldier.
Something's off with her.
No, it's good.
What about
What happens when Hollywood hype meets harsh reality? Bella Ramsey, once seen as the future of television, just got roasted. And not by fans, not by critics, but by Joe Rogan himself. That's right. The biggest podcaster on the planet took time out of his show to mock Bella's entire downfall. And what he said has the internet buzzing. From her emotional live stream breakdown to her backstage drama with HBO, Bella has been at the center of a storm. But when Joe Rogan stepped in and called her out, everything changed. What was once just fan frustration became a full-blown industry joke. This is the story of how Bella Ramsey went from breakout star to podcast punchline, and how Joe Rogan may have delivered the final blow to her Hollywood rise.
I'm sorry. That was acting. That's what that was. I don't really care what happens with this movie. I really hope her career is pretty much over. I'd be thrilled to see that. I can't imagine. I mean, Christian.
Just a short while ago, Bella Ramsey was everywhere. People knew her from Game of Thrones, where she played Lyanna Mormont. She was tough, bold, and fans loved it. So when HBO cast her as Ellie in The Last of Us, it felt like a perfect match. At first, season 1 went well. Bella's version of Ellie was emotional, different, and intense. Critics gave her high praise, fans bought merch, HBO promoted her like crazy. She was the face of a billion-dollar franchise. Bella Ramsey was being talked about as the next big thing. But all that changed fast. Between season 1 and season 2, something happened. Bella started giving bold interviews, calling out fans, and demanding changes to her character. The girl who once brought Ellie to life started acting like she owned Ellie, and that didn't sit right with a lot of people.
We just had to not like each other for a bit.
You had to not like me, which came easy.
Like most people, I liked the first season. I thought they did a great job. Season 2, I was skeptical on them not recasting Ellie and keeping Bella Ramsey as Ellie because it's supposed to take place 5 years into the future, but obviously Bella Ramsey in real life was not going to age that much in, the 2 years it took between seasons. So in the show, Ellie still looks exactly the same, but is supposed to be 5 years older. Also, Ellie still acts exactly the same. For some reason, they made the decision for The Last of Us Season 2 to make Ellie dumb, to the point where she even says that she's stupid. Why? That just kind of betrays the character.
At first, fans tried to support Bella, but then she started calling the original Last of Us game outdated and claimed some fans were afraid of change. That's when things took a turn. Clips of her interviews started going viral, but not in a good way. Reddit threads popped up criticizing her comments. YouTube channels started making videos about how she was ruining Ellie. Even longtime fans of the franchise started asking, who does she think she is? And just when things couldn't get worse, Joe Rogan got involved.
Because Ellie still looks and acts like a 14-year-old from season 1, even though she's supposed to be 19.
Joel, I think I found something.
Whoa!
What?
No, nothing. It's just your forehead seems bigger than last season.
I think I found a way.
Joe Rogan is known for being blunt. Whether he's talking about politics, health, or pop culture, he doesn't hold back. So when Bella Ramsey's meltdown and backstage drama became major news, it wasn't long before she landed on Joe's radar. On a recent episode of the Joe Rogan Experience, Joe and his guest started talking about how Hollywood keeps making everything about messages instead of good stories. And then Bella Ramsey's name came up. Joe didn't sugarcoat it. Dude, what happened to that girl? Joe asked. She was Ellie for 1 season. Now she's rewriting the whole thing like she invented it. He laughed and said it looked like Bella got famous for 5 minutes and lost her mind. Joe compared her to other stars who couldn't handle the pressure, saying it's like she thought HBO owed her the whole show. But guess what? If you can't play the role and stay focused, they'll move on. Hollywood doesn't wait.
Yes, maybe we can prop it open with something and you can slide.
Whoa! Oh my god, what?
Is it getting bigger?
Stop it.
No, seriously, what's with that?
It's fine, Joel.
Does it hurt?
Joel, please. You're making me self-conscious.
I'm sorry, it's just a little bit startling.
Normal head, Joel. Can we just get back to the door things?
Planetary.
Leave it.
It's gonna have its own area code soon.
Change up your impression at all, or is it pretty much the same?
Well, the noise is the same. I've not got any more noises in my back pocket. The new infected are pretty terrifying. They're so smart, and they haven't really got a noise. That's the whole point of them. They're silent and terrifying.
Ooh, give us a little silent and terrifying.
Joe didn't stop there. He pulled up clips of Bella's livestream meltdown, the one where she cried about being abandoned by HBO and mocked by fans. "Man," Joe said, shaking his head, "that's not how you handle things. You don't go live crying into the camera. You don't say stuff like, 'I was Ellie.' You played Ellie. There's a difference." His guest laughed and added, "You know who is Ellie? The one in the game. Bella just showed up for a few seasons and thought she was the whole franchise." Joe agreed. Exactly. The fans don't owe you anything. The character doesn't belong to you. If you take that role and then try to turn it into something totally different, don't be shocked when fans say nope. He wrapped up the segment by saying, "This is what happens when young stars think they're bigger than the story, and Hollywood keeps making that mistake." It didn't take long for the internet to respond. Clips of Joe Rogan roasting Bella went viral. Twitter, now X, TikTok, and YouTube were flooded with reaction videos. Finally, someone with a platform calling her out. Even people who hadn't been following The Last of Us drama started watching the clips just to see what the fuss was about. And the more people saw it, the worse things looked for Bella. Her meltdown live stream became meme material again. New edits were made with Joe's commentary playing over them. It was like reliving the fall all over again, only now with Rogan leading the charge. Through it all, HBO kept quiet. They didn't defend Bella, they didn't argue with Joe Rogan, they didn't say anything at all. Behind the scenes, reports continued to leak. Production insiders claimed Bella had been difficult on set, arguing about scripts, refusing to say certain lines, and slowing down filming. Directors were frustrated, writers were tired. Some crew members even admitted they started filming scenes without her knowledge, just in case they needed to cut her later. Joe's podcast only added fuel to that fire. Now, not only were fans upset, one of the most influential voices in media was saying what executives may have already believed. Bella Ramsey had become a liability. What about her co-stars? Pedro Pascal, who once seemed to support Bella, started avoiding questions about her in interviews. In one clip, when asked about Bella, he awkwardly changed the subject. Fans noticed, and the rumors started flying. Did Pedro see the downfall coming? Did he warn HBO? Insiders say yes. One leaked message from a set assistant said, "Pedro tried to keep things professional, but even he got tired of the drama. She made everything about her. He just wanted to finish the show." Other actors started distancing themselves too. Public posts about the show no longer mentioned Bella by name. It was clear she was being slowly pushed out by everyone around her. After Joe Rogan's segment went viral, Bella did what many expected. She disappeared from social media, her Twitter account went silent, no new posts on Instagram, no interviews, no appearances, just silence. This time there was no live stream, no message to fans, no reaction to Joe, nothing. And honestly, that might have been the smartest move she's made in months. Bella Ramsey's story isn't just about a failed role or a canceled season. It's about how quickly fame can flip, how being at the top of your game one day can lead to becoming the internet's target the next. She went from fan favorite to Hollywood's next big name, to someone Joe Rogan openly mocked on one of the biggest podcasts in the world. It didn't take much, just some bold interviews, a live stream meltdown, and trying to take too much control over a role that already meant so much to fans. And now, Bella Ramsey may not just be out of The Last of Us, she might be out of Hollywood's spotlight altogether. As Joe Rogan put it best, "You're not Ellie. You were just playing her." And if you forget that, the fans and the industry will remind you real quick. Saranai ar damar these